What if I told you that the secret to regaining the respect of your adult children has nothing to do with giving them money, buying them gifts, or staying quiet when they disagree with you? Imagine this. You've raised your kids, you've worked hard your whole life, and now you're in your 60s or 70s. But somewhere along the way, you start to notice it. They interrupt you more often. They dismiss your advice. They assume you wouldn't understand a modern world. That's exactly what happened to Harold, a 68-year-old retired teacher, and it nearly broke his heart. Before I share the 7 proven ways Harold regained his children's respect, here's what I want you to do. Listen to all 7 signs and tips. Then choose the one that speaks to you the most, and write that number in the comments. If number 4 hits you the hardest, just type 4 down below. That one small action will show you and everyone else how many people feel the same. Let's begin. Tip 1. Keep your body young, even if you're not. When Harold first noticed his kids starting to treat him differently, one of the things they'd say was, "Dad, don't worry, we'll take care of it." It was kind, but it also implied he wasn't capable. He decided to prove them wrong, not by talking, but by showing. He began with light morning stretches, walking 20 minutes each day, and doing gentle strength exercises twice a week. Studies show that even people in their 70s can increase muscle strength in just a few months of consistent activity. This improves balance, energy, and posture. Within weeks, Harold's adult son saw him carry a heavy box from the garage without help. "Wow, Dad, I didn't know you could still do that." Respect had begun to grow again, not because Harold demanded it, but because he demonstrated vitality. So if you want your children to respect you, start by respecting your own body. Show them you're still strong in ways they can see. Tip 2. Keep learning something new. Meet Eleanor, 72, a grandmother of 4. Her adult daughter often spoke to her slowly, as if explaining technology to a child. One day, she signed up for an online photography course. She learned editing software and began sharing stunning photos of her neighborhood on social media. Research on neuroplasticity shows that the brain can form new connections at any age, and learning new skills keeps your mind sharp. But here's the hidden benefit. When your children see you mastering something they find challenging, their image of you shifts. You become the person they can learn from again. Eleanor's daughter now calls her for tech advice. "Mom, how did you make that video?" she asks. That's respect earned through curiosity and courage. Tip 3. Be a good listener before you give advice. This one was the hardest for Harold. For years, he would give his adult kids the solution before they even finished explaining their problems. He thought he was helping, but they felt unheard. One day, Harold tried something different. His daughter was venting about her job, and instead of interrupting, he just listened. He nodded, asked a clarifying question, and didn't offer any advice until she asked for it. Psychologists say that feeling heard is one of the deepest human needs. When you listen without rushing to fix, you create a safe space. That builds trust, and trust always leads to respect. So if you agree with tip 3, write 3 in the comments. You'll be surprised how many others feel the same. Tip 4, take care of your health without being told. Here's a hard truth. Adult children often lose respect when they feel they have to parent their parents. If you skip medical checkups, ignore your prescriptions, or live on junk food, your children may see you as irresponsible. Harold had high blood pressure, but he sometimes forgot his pills. His daughter scolded him like a teenager. It hurt. So he made a change. He set daily reminders for his medication, cleaned up his diet, more vegetables, less sugar, and started tracking his blood pressure at home. A study in the Journal of Aging and Health found that seniors who manage their own health routines are seen as more competent and independent by their families. It sends the message, "I can take care of myself," and that alone commands respect. Tip 5. Share stories, not lectures. Eleanor learned this trick from her grandmother. Instead of telling her children, "You should save money," or "You should eat better," she'd share a personal story. Like the time she nearly ran out of food in her 20s because she spent too much on clothes, or how she regained her strength after a surgery by walking every day. Storytelling is powerful because it engages emotion, not just logic. People resist orders, but they remember stories. Your adult children may not want a lecture, but they'll remember the lesson hidden inside your experience. The next time you want to guide them, try saying, "Let me tell you about a time when," instead of "you should." Tip 6. Respect their boundaries, even if you disagree. Harold used to call his son every morning at 7 a.m., just like he had when his son was a teenager. One day, his son finally said, "Dad, please don't call so early." Harold felt rejected, but then he realized respect goes both ways. So he waited until the afternoon. Slowly, his son began calling him more often, and their conversations became warmer. Research on family dynamics shows that respecting boundaries strengthens relationships, even if those boundaries feel unnecessary to you. When you show your children that you honor their personal space and choices, they're much more likely to honor you in return. Tip 7. Keep your sense of humor alive. Life after 60 brings challenges, aches, medical appointments, and sometimes loneliness. But those who keep laughing often keep their children close. Humor signals resilience. It says, "I may be older, but I'm still enjoying life." Eleanor started a small ritual. Whenever she met her grandchildren online, she wore a funny hat. A cowboy hat, a chef's hat, even a bright orange fishing cap. Her adult children would laugh and share the screenshots. It became a family tradition. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that laughter lowers stress hormones, boosts immune function, and improves mood. But beyond health, it makes people want to be around you. And respect often grows simply from wanting someone in your life. The turning point. For Harold, these 7 changes didn't happen overnight, but after 6 months, he noticed something. His children called more often. They asked for his opinion. They laughed more when they were together. One evening, his son said, "Dad, I gotta tell you, you've been inspiring me lately." Harold realized that respect had quietly returned, not because he demanded it, but because he became the kind of man his children couldn't help but admire. Your turn. You've just heard 7 proven ways seniors can regain the respect of their adult children. 1. Keep your body young, even if you're not. 2. Keep learning something new. 3. Be a good listener before you give advice. 4. Take care of your health without being told. 5. Share stories, not lectures. 6. Respect their boundaries even if you disagree. And 7. Keep your sense of humor alive. Now, which one speaks to you the most? Is it number 3, being a better listener? Number 4, taking responsibility for your health? Or maybe number 7, keeping humor alive? Type that number in the comments right now. Let's see how many people share your choice. Because here's the truth. Respect isn't something you can demand. It's something you build one action at a time, and it's never too late to start.